after seeing the title of the video, probably like, there's no fucking way this kid's gonna blame the state of the gaming industry on the players. And before I get into that, and 100% do blame it on the players, I just want to say I'm pretty sick. I'm probably not going to sound like I do in my other videos. My voice may be annoying right now. I wasn't even going to make a video this week, but then I decided to still do so. I want to keep churning out videos and practicing, getting better at editing and all that stuff. Getting straight into it, one of the main reasons games kind of suck recently, it's the fact that they just shove skins and DLCs down your throat. If you've been online at all, you've seen that COD released like an $80 skin. That's more than the game itself. That's absolutely absurd. You know, a $60 game and you're paying for an $80 skin. And then there's the unheard of edition of Tarkov that's like $250 for a game that's already like $40. I want to say base value. And then you have like Bob's Tall Tales if you play Ark at all. That's like a $30 DLC, I think, and it gives you access to dinos. They're pretty much pay to win as well. You can see them on the map when you're playing, and if you try to tame them or access them, it asks you to buy the DLC, which is just absurd. Like, you hit a paywall in open world PvP game. It's just crazy. And so many people cry about this stuff online, including me. I see this shit, I'm like, what the fuck? This is dumb as hell. There's one reason why the gaming companies get away with it, and that's it works. They make money off of it. They wouldn't be doing it if they didn't make money off of it. They shove the skins out there and they focus on DLCs and all that dumb shit instead of fixing the shit in their games, like cheating and just bugs and bad gameplay, because they know you're going to complain about it for a week and then spend the money to be like everybody else. When you play COD, you see people running around with skins all the time. Weapon skins, melee skins, character skins, special effects, all this dumb shit that I know half of you are paying for, 100%. And then same if you've played Tarkov. You've seen dead people with the armband of the Unheard Edition, or you've been killed by them. There's quite a bit of people with it. Tarkov's a good example. If we actually stuck to our values and didn't pay for it, there would be some change, because a large percentage of the community did boycott the Unheard Edition, and they did make some changes. But not enough people did, so they're still pushing it out there. They're still making the $250 per person that buys it. It's just they tweaked some stuff. So if everybody came together and said, nah, fuck that, they probably would have gotten rid of the Unheard Edition or made it a lot cheaper. Same with Ark. People cried about it. They're like, no way you're making this shit pay to win. They did that with the Extinction on ASE, promised to never do it again. They put this out here. They claimed it wasn't pay to win. It 100% is. And people just turned around and bought it. They didn't boycott it. And I don't know what the motivation is. I don't know if people don't want to be left out. I don't know if y'all are just fucking balling like that and you're like, fuck it, $250, $30 here is nothing. Or if it's just you want to win at video games so badly you're willing to pay the extra money to just be a tiny bit better. I really don't get it, but it simply does come down to the fact that it's our fault. We pay for it. And that goes to games keeping shitty algorithms and skill-based matchmaking and shit like that in the game. Why they keep doing that? Because a lot of people keep saying that ruins like games like COD and R6 and Halo. They've all been scrutinized for having skill-based matchmakings, and their ranked modes having hidden ranks, like your display rank is not your hidden rank and stuff like that just totally ruined the experience. It goes back to us. We buy it. We still play it. We still support it. We cry about it online. We go, no fucking way. I'm guilty of it too. Every year I go, no way is COD keeping skill-based matchmaking. Oh my god, they're getting rid of this feature to make it so shit cans can do a little bit better than usual. Oh my god, this shit's gonna ruin the game. And then I fucking buy it. I confirm my hypothesis of the game being shit. And then I play it a little bit here and there. And then I do it again next year. Do it with all games. I think games do this because it kind of links to the skins thing. If you can keep shit cans in the game, more people buy the fucking skins, the more money you make, and they know the majority of players that complain about it are still going to buy it, so there's no reason to change it. If we all said, fuck COD, we're not buying it because of skill-based matchmaking, they would change it. If we literally said, nah, nobody's buying COD until skill-based matchmaking is gone, they would change it. Even if it was 70% of the community agreed that they're not buying it, they would change it. They'd have to. And I think 70% of the community agrees that skill-based matchmaking, taking away movement like in MW2, all these things ruin the game. I think most people agree that that shit is just ass. So if we all stepped up and said, fuck that, there would be change. But it's, like I said, it's our fault. We keep buying it. We keep supporting it. We support what we're fucking crying about. And I think the last point that I want to make about why video games suck, I think it's kind of like, might be esports' fault. I don't know. But some of y'all gotta just get used to being ass. Like, I don't know why some people feel like they need a handicap. If you've seen what they did to, oh my god, I'm blanking on the game's name, Overwatch, and they increased the hitboxes to an absurd amount, and you look at the comments, there's people defending it. They're like, well, I don't want to have to practice a bunch and be good at aiming to be good at the game. Who the fuck cares if you're bad at Overwatch? Get on, get shit on, get off. You can just play the game and enjoy it. You don't have to be some fucking crazy high-tiered player every game you touch. There should be a skill gap in games. That's what made games back then fun. You'd get on Halo and you'd get shit on. Little Squeaker me would hop on Black Ops 2 and get fucking ragdolled all over the place and just be a fucking shit can. People need to get used to being shit cans. It's okay to be bad at video games. I'm not good at MW3, the new one. I still play it here and there. I think there's features in the game that make it ass. But I don't cry about being bad. Like, being bad is just part of it. It's video games. You don't need to be on an esports team. So I think if people stopped asking for handicaps, like skill-based matchmaking, better hitboxes, shit like that, video games would be better. Because then when you get kills, like Tarkov, for example, is a very hard game that has a skill gap. And when you get kills in that game, it feels good and it becomes addicting. You're like, oh fuck, like I want to be good at this game. And you try and you get shit on a lot. Like if you run into a good player on Tarkov, he's shitting on you. There's a skill gap, right? Games need to be that way because it makes it more fun. People don't realize that. The fun part is not being good and trying to get good. Not being good and just being handicapped and given a bunch of shit cans to play along with. You're never going to get better if the people you play against are all the same skill level as you. If you've ever played sports, you know you get better by training or, doing stuff with the better players or the better team or, whatever. You're not going to get better by constantly playing with awful people. That's kind of all I have to say. I think if you disagree and you're like, no, it's 100% of the gaming, developers' faults, I think you really need to think about it. They get funded by us. Like, there's nobody else funding them, really. So, I think in large part, it really is our fault. And if we want change, we gotta change how we fucking, spend our money. With that being said, I'm going to probably shit out another video here about how to build a Pearl Cave on Ark because they patched a lot of the rat holes. I think those are kind of the only spots left for small players. So if you play Ark and you want to see how to build Pearl Cave, check out the next video coming out. It'll probably come out in the next 3 to 4 days. And then also, if I said this in my last video, if there's anything you want to hear me rant about, feel free to drop it below. I'll rant about anything. I enjoy ranting about shit. So, that's it.